So hello and welcome back to Test Drive Thursday. Today we're taking a look at the Scania XT. So let's get started by taking a look at all of the customization. Now here we are inside the customization or truck configurator, whatever you want to call it. So there's only one cabin, as you can see here. This is the XT sort of cabin. You can add some accessories, well, aero pieces on top of it, which I'll show you later. But yeah, that's the only cabin from here. Now on the chassis, this is kind of confusing. The mod sort of works with the other chassis, but it's mainly designed for this, the 8x4 with the two front steering axles, as you saw just. I'll quickly show you it from here. So you can add on this sort of dumper here. You've got a flatbed with a nice crane. And you've also got a cement mixer. They're not the highest quality. Oh, there's cement in there as well. It's not the highest quality. Yeah, they're not the highest of quality, to be honest. I mean, looking at that. This one's probably the best. Sadly, there's nothing in it or anything. But yeah, it's not too bad. So on the engines, it's a standard range really. I'm pretty sure you wouldn't put a 730 or anything unlike this. You'd probably go for the DC13 engines up to about 500 horsepower. That's plenty for this kind of truck. Transmission, as you know, I like to go for the 6-speed. It's super fast to shift. But there's also some, well, quite a lot of 12 speeds for you to choose from. On the inside, now I'm finding this mod is designed for right-hand drive trucks, because when you go for this mirror design, this sort of XT cool looking mirror design, it doesn't work if you go for a left hand drive truck. So yeah, that's what's making me think that. And if you go for like a standard here without the sat nav, there's no sort of stick onto the windscreen option for a sat nav, so you pretty much, if you go for this one, haven't got a choice for a sat nav. So make sure you go for the one of these ones with the sat nav. I am running a interior mod, by the way, that makes it all sort of black, which I do like. Paint schemes, some of them just don't work properly, as you can see. Just trying to show you. See here how it doesn't work. It's a bit annoying. And these don't line up properly around the back or anything, so I'll probably just go for a custom metallic colour. Now onto the exterior. Some of these just don't work down here, as you can see, and I'm not sure if it's just because I don't have the Scania Griffin pack, but yeah, that's a bit of a shame. You can change the door steps if you want. I usually go for the stock ones, I think they look the best. Down here, this is what's confusing me about this mod. It sort of seems like they've built it on top of a standard Scania, if you see what I mean. Like, here's the bumper. I'm sure the lights probably work underneath it as well, but they've just been covered up. So it's a bit unusual. Here, again, you can add a lower grille guard, which seems to be working for the sort of truck underneath. It's all a bit weird. And same with the bull bars. You got some light options here. I think it works best when you go for the plastic ones, because else the paint, I just don't think it works properly. The plastic sort of follows this line, and I'd probably go for the stock one anyway, as this is like a heavy duty truck. You wouldn't go for the fancy lights. Right, what else have we got? So this is another sort of confusing part of it. If you sort of select another one on here, you can see that's where they're meant to go on the standard truck. If you just get rid of them, they sort of work properly with the XT badge there, so it's a bit weird. And again here, look at that. So just get rid of that. What else we got? You can, oh, it's a bit weird. What's this? Look at that, see? It's all really odd. And I don't know if that's sort of meant to be the line of the windscreen on the standard truck and the windows. It's just all a bit unusual, this mod. You can add a little front mirror there, very useful. On the left hand drive trucks, they sort of clip into the sun visor, which is really annoying. but luckily on the left-hand drive ones they do sort of work properly. Did I say left-hand drive again? I meant right-hand drive. Again, look at this, the fog lights. Now, you can add a error piece, as I said. It helps if I can find the dot for it. There is a dot somewhere. Yeah, here we go. See, there we go. You can add the error piece over the top. I don't think... In fact, they don't even fit properly still, do they? No, it's all weird, and I'm pretty sure that doesn't... Does that change the height of the interior? I don't think so. No, doesn't look like it. I don't think the height of the interior is right either. It's all been sort of bodged together, this. What else have we got? Some light options which don't work. As I've shown you, you can edit the sort of, don't know what you'd call it, box on the back. Again, you can see the weirdness on the handles here, if you look at that. It's all weird. Different mirror designs. I think that's cool. Do like that rugged design. You got all the chassis and stuff back here. You can paint that if you want, but they don't fit on if you do. In fact, that's not actually working properly, is it? Look at it. Look, see, I don't know if you can see that properly, because the camera's not very good in here, but that's actually not connected. Wow. If you click this, you can add some kind of metal frame on the back. Again, all a bit unusual. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the customization of this. It's all a bit odd. I definitely think there's some work that's got to be done on this to make it all work properly, but yeah, it's a bit weird. But anyway, now I'm going to do a time-lapse of me building this truck to my spec. Okay then, so here we are, all fully configured. Now I think a brighter colour really works well against all the sort of dark plastic and the sort of glossy sort of black slats there. I think it looks really good. I do like how we've got the sort of bars over the lights. That looks really aggressive and heavy duty. The quite high front, so you can get over some rough terrain. I love the mirrors, they're so cool. I definitely recommend you going right hand drive just for them. There's nothing really much else to it really, it's just a standard Scania just with a different cabin design. Now this trailer is 30 tons. I'm trying to show you where we're going. So it's 108 miles. I don't think it's like a difficult drop off or anything. It would be nice if we could sort of take it to a quarry or something where it's meant to be driven, but there's no interesting jobs coming up, so I took this one. But yeah, let's get on the inside, let's turn it on. It is raining, as you can see, but yeah, it's pretty much standard Scania in here. I went with the 450 engine with the 6-speed, I'm not sure if it is a dual clutch or not, but really fast shifting automatic. But yeah, let's get going. Pulls away as easy as ever. Probably just keep it on the fuel consumption display. But yeah, a lot of people think you need to have a sort of really powerful engine to take some of these trailers, but this is what, 450. It's not massively powerful, and it's holding this 30 ton just fine. It's really quiet, this engine as well, which I do like. There's nothing really to show in here. I do really like how this mod I've got makes absolutely everything black. It just makes it so much easier to look out because of the contrast. But it does sort of take away some of the perhaps detail in the cabin. I mean, you can't really see all of it. I don't know if that's just because of the HDR or whatever. What's he doing? Let's head this way. It can get a little bit noisy, this engine, when you sort of rev it out, but keep it below 1500 RPMs and you're just fine. It's really smooth. It doesn't feel that big on the road either. It feels quite compact, and with this sort of XT style cabin, you feel really low to the ground. You don't feel that much higher than a van or something. So, why am I indicating that way? Much higher than a van or something. So, again, it's really easy to see out of and everything, which will make it useful for when you're in the quarry, I guess, to see around obstacles, especially with that front mirror. I think that's probably a must if you're going to be doing this kind of thing, and the side mirror as well. They're really useful to have. Yeah, let's just try and get this thing up to speed now. Chuck it into 5th gear, and it just cruises. Now, as you saw in the configurator, it's a bit unusual, this mod. It seems like it's just been built upon one of the standard SCS Scanias, where they haven't sort of got rid of the, I don't know what you call it, the model of the truck. They've sort of just built upon it. It just sort of left it with, I don't know, unusual features, like the ability of putting a bumper on that's for the, say, R Scania or something. It's all a bit odd. I've never really seen anyone do that before, so it's probably worth just starting most of the model over again. I mean, the top half is completely fine, it's just the bottom that needs to be redeveloped. Right, can we get past this guy? Has this 450 engine got enough power with this 30-ton trailer? I don't know, come on. I don't know how long this road sort of is 2 lanes for. I don't think it's for much longer. Right, we got into our stride now. Oh god, we're turning off. Come on, Scania. Oh, overtaking another Scania. Feels a bit weird driving a right-hand drive truck again. I've been driving left-hand drive trucks for ages. Yeah, up to 50 there. So when you do have like a heavy load, obviously you do have to work these lower powered engines a little bit more, but still perfectly doable. Didn't realise this trailer had rear steer. Got around that just fine. Right, let's get up to speed. Just watching that mirror. The mirrors don't seem any bigger than the sort of standard ones that you get, which I was hoping they would do. They definitely look a lot bigger from the outside. Oh, I don't know if that's just their design. Oh, what's going on here? Maybe some kind of an accident? Oh no, oh, just pulled someone over. But yeah, you can just completely cruise in this. Look at that, let's turn the wipers off whilst we're inside the tunnel. That's one of the nice things about the new Scania. It can be quite a nice truck to drive when you get it onto a nice road, but equally it can just cruise like this for ages, and it doesn't do bad fuel economy. I mean, obviously we're not doing great now because we've been trying to get it up to speed and overtaking trucks, but if you do, say, maybe like 200 miles for a complete straight journey on a motorway or something in this game, you could probably get it down to, if I did that now, I could probably get it down to about 60, which is not bad. Right, is this guy going to pull back in, or I'm going to have to turn cruise off? Right. Just lost most of my momentum there. Whoa. Not sure why the AI can't drive. Just try and keep some momentum here. But I don't think we're going to slow down. May as well just come to a complete stop. But yeah, as I was saying, it's a very nice truck to drive, as you know. I mean, it's so quiet, you can barely hear the engine. I was just about to start the video earlier, and I actually turned the engine off, because I thought it was off, if you see what I mean. But yeah, it was actually on. It's so quiet, you can't really tell it's working away. I probably should move into this lane. But yeah, it can be quite noisy, the engine, when you rev it out. The thing that surprises me is second gear with this 6-speed is around 30, it goes up to about 35 miles an hour. I mean, it's quite long, that gear, so I'm thinking maybe if it was a bit shorter, maybe third gear was at 35, then it would pull away a lot better. So something to think about, really. It's got a bit brighter outside though now, which is always good. I mean, it should be fairly easy to park this thing. The mirrors are fairly big as they are, even though I'd like to have slightly bigger ones, considering this is like the heavy duty version. Put it into 6th, cruise on. But yeah, overall, do I recommend this mod? Yeah, I probably do. There are some things that I find a bit weird. As I said, the customization, it does flicker some of the models. I'm not sure if it's doing it now. Yeah, it's definitely doing it earlier. It was flickering some of the textures from the outside on the grille, so that definitely needs to look at. But in general, it's not too bad. I just find it a bit weird the way it's been modelled and stuff. If the mod author carries on with this, I think he's onto a really good mod. Something different. I'd like to see maybe if they sort of launch a tandem mod with it, so you can put stuff in the back, or maybe if there's a way on the job market, if you have the sort of dumper back there on the sort of 8x4 chassis or whatever, you can go and pick up sort of gravel and it puts it in the back, if you see what I mean. Not animated or anything, you just pick it up and it's in there and it shows from the outside. That'd be cool, rather than just having 2 trailers. I think that'd be a lot more realistic. I don't think anyone's really done that. It's sort of been done before on the buses, where you pick up passengers on some of the mods on this game, but nothing really like that, so that'd be cool to see. Right, I think we're turning off now into, where's it going? Cerberus. No idea if I'm saying that right, probably not. Yeah, let's turn in here. It should be fairly easy to park, as I said. But yeah, if you do want to try this mod, the link to it is in the mod spreadsheet, and the link to mod spreadsheets in the description as usual. So yeah, let's turn off. Let's turn cruise control off. Oh, I'm knocking all the buttons. Yeah, so we got it down to 84. As I said, you could probably get it much lower if you did a much longer journey, but it's only a short hop today with what 100 miles, something like that. We haven't been sort of maintaining speed for that long, so yeah, you're not going to get great fuel economy. Okay, just pull out then, whatever. Let's pull into this lane. We're taking a right here, come on, let's make these lights. Yes. just about. No way should I have a ticket then. Went through on amber. It's rubbish. This is a bit windy. Is it taking us? It's really useful having that sort of rear steering trailer around these sort of bends. I'm sure if you go for the 8x4 it would feel very weird to steer. I bet it'd feel like you're crabbing quite a lot because you're sitting in front of the axles, or steering axles. Alright, looks like we're dropping out off at some kind of warehousey type thing. Yeah, and we're right in here. Usual spot down in the corner. It should be a fairly easy reverse this. Yeah, it's just handled that 30-ton trailer just fine. I left the braking a little bit too late there. We're a bit too close. But yeah, they bite when you have to, these brakes. Right, this is where I don't like rear steering trailers. When you come to reversing them. They're so hard to judge. Like the slightest of movements and they're sort of crabbing all over the place. You have to sort of keep your angles really discreet. Oh no, I was about to say I think I messed that up, but it's not completely, well, in fact that's not straight at all, is it? But apparently it'll do, so there we go. If you've enjoyed that video, please do give me a like, subscribe for more, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.